against Joshua now. Joshua, if he destroy him, it will be good for me. The headache of Jack Paul will go from my mind.
Real. I saw Joshua knock out Francis Ngannou, and the guy was like out cold for 5 minutes. And this is a guy who had never been knocked down, let alone knocked out.
If he steps in the ring with him, and actually a bell rings and there are punches thrown, every bit of Jake Paul is not a real boxer conversation is gone forever.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely...
With fights that have literally ended in seconds. He's fought legends. Klitschko, Usyk, Ruiz, Ngannou.
Biggest shot I have seen live.
Not gonna lie. I'm a little...
Turki Al-Sheikh is putting his money where his mouth is, backing Anthony Joshua with a massive $100 million bet. He says he's 99% certain Joshua will dominate the fight. In his view, Jake Paul barely poses a threat. Joshua's experience, power, and elite skill level give him a decisive advantage. The confidence in Joshua isn't just strong, it's overwhelming.
Boxing, right? I thought was 50-50. In this situation, I wanted 99-1. Jack Paul.
Eddie Hearn explains that Jake Paul might be surrounded by people boosting his confidence, but stepping in with Anthony Joshua is an entirely different level of reality. Joshua has the power and experience to dominate the fight and punish even the smallest mistake. Unlike Jake's previous opponents, Joshua offers zero margin for error, making this matchup far more dangerous than anything Jake Paul has faced before.
Got that many people around him that I wouldn't be surprised if he thinks he's got a chance against Anthony Joshua. You know, Jake, I watched him, Jake. You'll knock him out. Yeah. It's like, you know, but... You know, there's a difference between fighting Gervonta Davis, even Canelo Alvarez, and then
Duke McKenzie makes it absolutely clear that Anthony Joshua holds the real advantage in this matchup. He says the fight may earn Jake Paul $100 million, but it comes with massive danger. Joshua's power, experience, and technical skill could put Jake in serious trouble the moment the bell rings. This isn't about fame anymore. It's about survival against a true heavyweight.
It'll be the easiest fight of his career. If he wants to get $100 million and not even break sweat, you know, you take the fight. Is it going to enhance his stock as the world's #1 contender? Not at all, because nobody's going to take Jake Paul seriously. But on the other hand, should I don't even want to play devil's advocate. What if Joshua hurts this guy, seriously hurts this guy, and puts this guy...
Tony Bellew emphasizes the very real danger Jake Paul is stepping into by facing a natural heavyweight like Anthony Joshua. The payday may look incredible, but risking your health for a check is a dangerous gamble. With Joshua's size, power, skill, and years of elite experience, this matchup is far from even, and Bellew warns it could lead to serious consequences for Jake Paul once the punches start landing.
It's just a gross mismatch. Yeah. Like, you don't understand his health is in jeopardy. So I'm not even entertaining it. I just think it's dangerous. And listen, I might have to work it, but it's just...
It's kind of ludicrous, isn't it, really?
It's insane. This boy is nuts. Is nuts. And I think he's putting his life before he's putting his life before.
Tony Jeffries acknowledges Jake Paul's courage, but he makes one thing absolutely clear. Anthony Joshua operates on a completely different level. Joshua's elite skill, crushing power, and deep experience make him an almost impossible challenge. Ambition and confidence can only go so far, and they won't protect Jake Paul from the harsh reality of a true heavyweight champion's punches.
Paul is going to win this fight by knockout. You would think I'm absolutely crazy, right? But the thing is, it can happen. 10-ounce gloves, heavyweight, Jake Paul can punch hard. But do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not, mate. Anthony Joshua is an absolute beast, an unbelievable, highly skilled, highly trained, highly experienced professional boxer with power in both hands, and he's really good at finishing people off. And even though I really take my hat off for Jake Paul for taking this fight, I didn't really want to take it because of what's going to happen in the result of this fight, and I want to keep on this Jake Paul train. I think he's doing great, and I love his ambition. I love that he's trying to become a world champion and following his dreams and believing in himself, but at a certain point...
Dana White voices serious concern over Jake Paul stepping into the ring with Anthony Joshua. While fans might watch out of curiosity, the fight poses a real danger for Paul. Joshua's immense power, experience, and professionalism ensure this is a true test, one that hype and confidence alone cannot overcome.
Oh, Jesus. That's a fucking bad idea. That's a bad idea. But let me tell you what, a lot of people watch that one.
Will you watch it?
Sure. You know what everybody's tuning in for on that one. I think everybody's going to get what they've finally been waiting for.
This fight isn't just about a massive payday. It's about proving dominance. Anthony Joshua can take on any opponent, but Jake Paul stepping in now is a huge risk. The money is tempting, yet Joshua's experience guarantees he will control every second in the ring, making it a high-stakes challenge that goes far beyond hype.
Are you really going to do this? Abso-fucking-lutely. Are we going to do this? For a record payday? To go in and spark Jake Paul before we start the serious stuff in 2026? Don't tell me what we should and what we shouldn't be doing. Answer the question honestly. Would you do it if you're AJ? When are you going to fight a real fighter? Goes well out the window, and I will have to personally provide a wheelbarrow so he can bring his cojones into the ring that night.
Michael Bisping lays out the harsh reality for Jake Paul. Losing this fight could be catastrophic for his career. Anthony Joshua's experience, skill, and technique make him nearly impossible to beat. This is a high-stakes challenge where Jake Paul risks everything against a true heavyweight champion. Joshua's dominance in the ring will overshadow any hype, confidence, or ambition that Jake Paul brings, making the fight a monumental test.
He was man enough. He was willing to test himself. He would prove everyone wrong, all his critics, like me. By the way, I'm not like out there on an island by myself. Everyone says the same thing, and he would potentially prove all of those critics wrong. Well, yeah, he would, maybe, unless there's some funny business, right? And for Anthony Joshua, as I said, this is kind of a lose-lose, right? Because if he wins, people are still going to say, well, you only beat Jake Paul, right? The man that lost to Tommy Fury, after all, right? That's the only loss in his record, Tommy Fury. You're telling me that Tommy Fury's going to beat him, and then Anthony Joshua's not going to beat him? So if he beats him, he gets no credit. And if he loses, then holy can you imagine? That would be the biggest downfall of any boxer's career.
Anthony Joshua emphasizes his relentless focus on growth and pushing limits, setting him apart from Jake Paul. His discipline, preparation, and mental toughness ensure he's ready for any challenge. Jake Paul cannot match Joshua's years of experience or the resilience needed for a real heavyweight bout. This fight is about mastery and dominance, making Joshua the clear favorite to control the ring and expose Paul's unpreparedness.
Building on what I have, and I want to see how far I can take myself. I know what it takes, I know what this game's about, and I'm going to push myself beyond the limits where I've been before, hence why I found myself in Dallas, because I'm trying to find an environment that can stimulate me, motivate me, and push me onto high.
Ben emphasizes that this fight isn't just about money, it's about survival. Joshua's skill, size, and experience make him a nightmare for anyone underestimating him. Jake Paul is taking a huge gamble that could end disastrously, as the mental and physical advantage clearly lies with Joshua.
Dangerous in the sense of for the health of Jake, would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a sport that we love, and I think we need to protect that. And you know, he's one of the most dangerous guys in the world to go step in a ring with. Like, you saw that with Ngannou, who was a seasoned, you know, one of the most durable men on the planet in one of the toughest sports in combat sports in the US.
Spencer Oliver warns that Jake Paul is in for a harsh reality check against Anthony Joshua. Joshua has effortlessly defeated fighters from various disciplines, while Paul's limited experience against real boxers highlights the mismatch. Joshua's power, skill, and boxing IQ leave almost no margin for error. This fight is about raw ability and experience, not hype, and Jake Paul faces serious risk trying to compete at this level.
God help Jake Paul, that's all I can say. We saw that what Anthony Joshua had done to Francis Ngannou. He went out there and iced him in a couple of rounds. A guy coming from a different discipline, well, this kid's coming from another level, you know, white-collar boxing in 2018, gone through the mill, and the only boxer really that he's actually boxed, a legitimate boxer he got beat by, and that was in Tommy Fury.
Devon Haney emphasizes the shock of Jake Paul taking on Anthony Joshua. Joshua. Joshua is a proven world-class heavyweight, and stepping into the ring with him far exceeds Paul's experience. The risk is massive, and Joshua's ability to control fights and finish opponents makes this a dangerous leap for Paul. This matchup isn't about ambition or courage, it's about surviving against a champion with unmatched skill, power, and experience.
I'm surprised that Jake took the fight rather than Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is fought the best fighters in the world. He's a solidified champion. But I'm surprised that Jake took the fight and is fighting a guy that's so dangerous like Anthony Joshua. So I got to take my hat off to him. Because we were saying that he's fighting this person past their prime, this person's old and whatnot, and now he's fighting.
Thanks for watching Ring Pulse. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe, and stay tuned for more hard-hitting boxing action.